Hey guys, Anime Gypsy here with another One Piece chapter review. This is chapter 901, and overall, this is a pretty good chapter. This is fire. I don't know how Oda does it, but back to back, we have gotten a lot of good chapters. You've gotten like 8 to 9 out of 10 chapters, the past 4 to 5 chapters, and that's impressive. I just don't know how Oda does this. But, moving along, there are 8 things I want to talk about. Girth, how Moscato's alive, Oven's attack, the fishmen and how they took a stand, Jinbei and his choice, what will happen to Jinbei, Beige and his escape, and Morgan's words. The very first thing is Girth. Girth is going to be significant later on. Girth is going to be the person, along with Hyrule, that is going to tell the Straw Hats the backstory of Big Mom when they meet. And they will definitely meet, because Girth is a member of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet confirmed. She is confirmed a member of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet because she's a member of Hyrule's giant pirate crew. So, yes, we're going to see more of her later, and I can't wait. We still don't know what she's rocking from a combat standpoint, but she already, by default, simply by being a giant, is at high tier fodder level. Because if you're a giant, the lowest thing you could be is high tier fodder. That is the lowest thing you could be. We've seen how some giants who probably didn't even know hockey during Marineford basically were devastating, mowing down people right and left. So she is definitely going to be significant later on. So Girth, the significance behind her, yeah, she's gonna tell the Straw Hats the past, Big Mom's past. She's significant because she's a member of Hyrule's arc, and she was the most sympathetic character towards Big Mom. So when she meets Big Mom at the very end, at the last arc where the big battle is happening, that was the Oda told us about. When that happens, I guarantee you there will be 2 panels where Big Mom and Girth react to seeing one another. Guaranteed. Guaran-freaking-teed. Because she's the one person that's been with her the most in terms of sympathy, and just the person that understood her the most among the giants. She's been right next to her all the time. Until that one time where, she went crazy and almost killed Girth. But, aside from that, she's been the most sympathetic person towards Big Mom. Now that aside, Moscato. That's the second thing. How is he still alive? And it actually made sense the more I thought about it. Because if you remember, Montour told one of the black homies, collect every single second. And he was obviously talking about lifespan. So if you put the lifespan that Big Mom took back into a body that's dead, is this body revived? Because we know he actually died. The question is, can Big Mom, if she has some of the vitality of someone, bring them back to life by basically giving that vitality back? So, hypothetically, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Hypothetically, if Big Mom still had the Pedro 50 years? Pedro's 50 years that she took. If she hypothetically had that, and someone found Pedro's corpse, would Big Mom be able to revive Pedro after, stitching him up and stuff? Would this be possible? I think this confirms that would be possible. But I'm not saying Pedro's going to come back. Most definitely not. And if he does, he'll most likely become a homie on Big Mom's side, and I'll get to more of that later. Moscato is still alive. Yeah, and that makes sense. Now, Oven's attack. That's the third thing. And again, that attack happens because Watatsumi switches the ships, and you have all that stuff happening where, you have to attack Watatsumi in order to attack the Straw Hats. So Oven takes the initiative. And that attack, oh my good God, oh holy God, oh Lord. This attack has to have at least spanned miles in order to hit Watatsumi. Like, look at the distance. Like, the distance is crazy. This guy has range. This guy, it's not NL level range, but he has range, and that is crazy. I wouldn't have expected that from Oven, to be quite honest. So that is the Oven bit, and I think most of the attacks that the Big Mom pirates are dealing towards the fishermen are Oven based, because Oven, as far as we know, is the only person that's able to efficiently attack underwater due to his devil fruit. So yeah, Waratsume gets almost KO'd by Oven and has to go up and bring the Straw Hat ship out because of that. So again, that's a shout out to Oven. Oven, you've gained my respect yet again. So yeah, the fourth thing is the fishermen pirates taking a stand, where it shows you the amount of loyalty they have in order to put everything at stake, and they basically went into this fight knowing that they're sacrificing themselves, which means a lot. We know that the Sun Pirates specifically, were loyal. We knew that they were, most definitely, because of everything they went through, because of Fisher Tiger, because of all of that. We know the Sun Pirates are loyal to Jinbei, but this is something else. I did not expect that. And this is the thing, wouldn't that be contradictory to protecting Ryugo Kingdom? Because if Ryugo Kingdom, if they lose the Sun Pirates alliance, would that affect their territorial position within Big Mom's reign, within Big Mom's declared territories? Would that be affected? Not Tokland, but the declared territories outside of Tokland, like Fishman Island. Would that declaration of land be terminated because the Sun Pirates left? Or will the Reverie confirm that Fishman Island will become a part of WG, the world government? And in this case, they wouldn't need the Sun Pirates anymore. And they wouldn't need to pay tribute to Big Mom, because then, instead of being under Big Mom's protection, Fishman Island would be under Akainu's protection. So, will that happen? I think that's the only way in which Fishman Island survives, is if they become a member of the world government and they are under Akainu's protection. Okay, so that's the fifth. The sixth thing I wanted... Oh, no. The fifth thing is Jinbei's choice to leave and attack with the fishermen so that they could have a chance to retreat. And everyone needs to make it out alive, which I definitely don't think is going to happen. So that scene where Jinbei makes the choice also has a part where it's blatant confirmation that at this point in time, Jinbei is a Straw Hat. Luffy's words, I am your captain now. I am the captain now. Luffy's the captain now. This means Jinbei is most definitely a Straw Hat at the current time right now. And if he dies, which he most definitely might, because of being dumb and, assisting friends, I really want to see Jinbei with the main crew as a dynamic, but the death flags are real. The death flags are flying over Jinbei like an inevitable grave. I'm not fronting here. I have my doubts, because Jinbei has had death flags since the very beginning of his introduction. And it's crazy that I think Oda's a troll in a way. The most troll move is to make Jinbei survive the whole thing. That would be the most trollish move, is that one of the last survivors at the end of the arc is Jinbei. After all of the death flags, one of the last survivors is Jinbei. I think that would be the most troll-like move Oda could do. Now, what will happen to Jinbei? That's number 6. I have 3 theories. Well, two things that most likely might happen, and a theory. 1 is that he survives and he goes back to Wano. 2, he dies. 3, he dies and he's still alive. Let me explain. Big Mom said, I'll take their souls and make homies out of them. The title of the chapter is Die. But sorry, the title of the chapter is even if you die, don't die. So even if Jinbei physically dies, in terms of his physical body, his soul will be incarnated into a homie, and then that homie would maybe rebel against Big Mom somehow, and then find its way to Luffy through sheer willpower, maybe, who knows. So that's the thing that I think might most definitely happen, is Jinbei with the whole shebang. Actually, no, I don't think that theory most likely would happen, but if it does, I'm going to be surprised. I don't know what to think, to be honest. I think all three of those have a pretty real chance of happening in my perspective. I'm not like going to be a 100% advocate for my theory, but I'm just throwing it out there because I think there's a possibility that that might happen because it's hinted from the title of the chapter and what Big Mom said. Just leaving it out there. The seventh thing is Beige is alive and well, and he is leaving Whole Cake Island safe and sound without anybody noticing, you know, just silently cruising out. Number 8. Morgan's words. Morgan's. He is one of the most knowledgeable characters in the One Piece verse, simply because the information network he would have to be in charge of this type of news would be insane. And most definitely a lot of the stuff that he knows is definitely not going to make it onto the news because it's definitely top secret, yada yada yada. And I definitely think Morgans is one of the few people that knows about the Will of D, what it actually means, the stuff we don't know. Oda, stop trolling. Oda, tell us the truth. What is going on with the Will of D? I think that's one of the reasons why he said one of the worst generations is gonna become Pirate King, because inevitably the worst generation includes Teach and Luffy and Law. Now, he might know about he very well might know about Law through records and stuff because he has one of the biggest information networks. He definitely knows about Luffy having D in his name, and he definitely knows about Teach because it's in the freaking bounties. And it also speaks volume as to the other supernovas, including Beige, including X-Drake, including Urush. 3 people who people have argued would be the weakest of the supernova. It speaks volumes towards, you know, their actual ability and how we've underestimated them. Uruj, I think there's something he's hiding. I think there's yet an ability that we haven't seen from Uruj. I think Uruj is more powerful than we think. Same thing goes to X-Drake, same thing goes to Capone. Yeah, however, Capone's defensive capabilities, as far as I could tell, are the most astonishing thing about him. Because they were able to take the attacks of a Yonko. Offense, on the other hand, but he's a supernova for a reason. We saw him react in time to Niji. Well, not exactly in time. Niji would have, I think, in my perspective, easily taken him out. But he was still able to react to Niji. So that's a feat in and of itself. But I think what Morgans is saying comes from his intelligence and the intelligence network he must have in order to have control over the World Economic Times. So that's my video. If you like the video, please leave a like. And I really like to hear your opinions, so please put them down in the comments below. Until next time, guys, this is Anime Gypsy, and I'm out. See you guys later. Bye.